want to thank you all for coming in today. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to do a little chat today. There will be time for you all to ask any questions of the OLs that you would have, anything like that. They're super excited to get to meet you all, get to talk to you, because this summer we didn't really have that opportunity, but now we do. So I just want to go ahead and introduce myself first. My name is Matthew Robinson. I'm the first year experience coordinator here at the W. I handle orientation. You've probably received a lot of emails from me this summer, whether it's the actual link to orientation or you needed help with something, anything of that sort. That was me. I have a face. I'm not just a nameless person on a computer. So very nice to meet you all, but I want to go ahead and ask the OLs to introduce themselves now. So Lexi, if you want to get us started, go ahead.
Hey y'all, my name is Lexi Coots. I am a senior. My major is nursing, so I'm originally from outside of Canton, Mississippi, but I live in Saltillo and I've lived there for like 10 years, so literally since I was 10 years old. Educational journey. I'm sorry, Mr. Matthew, I'm going down your thingy. I am not a first generation college student, and I chose to come to the W because it has one of the best BSN programs in the state. And my goals after graduation is probably just to, get my master's. In the long run, I want to become a nurse practitioner. So of course, I'm gonna have to go back to school and stuff like that. So yeah.
Thank you. All right. Kate, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's up? My name is Kate Van. I am a sophomore here at the W. I'm a biology major. I'm from Fayette, Alabama. It's not too far from here. I am a first generation. I'm a first generation college student. I chose the W just because it was close to home, and they have really good, educational opportunities here and everything. So, and my goals after graduation. Just get a job, be successful, that kind of stuff.
So I love Kate. Okay.
Right. So last but not least, we got Jasmine.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I am a junior. I am a biology major, and I'm actually from Columbus, Mississippi. So I am a first generation college student. Let's see, what was this? I chose this school mostly because, I am home and I knew I wasn't suited enough. I spent like one semester at Alcorn and it just wasn't for me. So I just came back home. And after graduation, I do plan on attending either UAB or Emory University in Atlanta and their PA program for the next 2 years. And, yeah, doing that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, OLs. And for those of you who follow us on Instagram, you've probably seen these three before. So familiar faces, and we recognize some of y'all, so that's good. So first question for the OLs, what has been your favorite part of being at the W? Anybody can go at any time. Go for it.
I would probably say, I'm sorry, Jasmine, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No.
I would probably say just probably meet new people, being an orientation leader. Corona kind of, messed with us this year as far as orientation goes, but meeting all of them, I love all of them. We get along so much. We group chat and everything. So I love that. And probably my job as a telephone ambassador, I work in Welty. That also got me connected with a lot of people, and I love everyone that I work with. So just building the connections, because I'm a transfer. So coming here, I kind of left my community college and I was just like, I'm not gonna make any friends, and just so happens I made a lot of friends. So
Okay, I'll go. I guess my favorite part is definitely just student life. Doing playing sports, that kind of stuff. Our campus, everybody is very, very friendly, and it's really easy to get involved with, new groups and everything. So that's probably my favorite part.
I think my favorite part is my biology department. Like Mr. Dodson, I know him. It's a very familiar face. Like, and just knowing all of my professors and being in like a small, tight-knit community, it's more personal. It feels like a more personal approach to my academic path. So that is probably one of my favorite things about being here today.
Awesome. So contrast to that, what's been the biggest challenge for you all so far?
Right now, it's this online learning. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I hate it. I don't like it. Right now, it's that. I just hate it. It's a struggle getting up and, like, opening your laptop and, like, getting on Zoom. I am so tired of seeing Zoom. I am. That right now, that's the biggest struggle right now. Just adapting as a biology major to, like, having your hard science classes online. Like, I hate it.
I honestly could not agree more. It's super hard to manage time now. Like, I mean, of course we have the scheduled Zoom meetings, but other than that, just like homework and stuff like that, it's so easy to get distracted when we're at home. And I have like a cat and she's just all the time, she needs my attention 24/7. And so I just get distracted by everything and it's hard to manage.
Yeah.
Okay, I would probably agree with them as of like right now, just like the time management, everything going fast. But I think when I first came to the W, even though I met a lot of people, it would probably be leaving my friends. I graduated community college a year before I was supposed to. And I came and I was like trying to find my friends and other people at first rather than putting myself out there and meet new people. So I kind of struggled with that because I realized very quick, you know, it's okay to meet new people, it's okay to make new friends. And I kind of hope that all of you, whenever y'all get back on campus, y'all all find a group of friends and, I mean, make the best of it.
Thank y'all. So then my next question is, what do you wish you would have known during your first year here at the W? Like everybody in this chat pretty much this is their first year here. What's something you wish you would have known?
Not my first year, I spent like $500 on my books, like the insane person I was. Like I bought them. I didn't know I could rent or, you know, I had to like the financial aid voucher. Like I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that. So that's one thing I wish I would have known. Also, time management and realizing like every decision you make in college is on you. Now you don't live with your parents and you can't blame it on like home life or any other factors. Like every decision is on you because you're now by yourself. Like you're transitioning into an adult. Every choice you're making, it's going to impact, you know, the future or however, every choice has a consequence is how I see it. So my first semester, I had to realize like really quickly, like, okay, like if I do this, this is going to have a consequence. Like if I go out to this party and I have a study, like the test in the morning, I'm going to fail it. Things like that. So it was important for me to learn how to prioritize and manage my time and make the better decisions for myself. Yeah. And learn how to say no. Learn how to say no. And that's okay.
For me, it would be like knowing that professors aren't mean. So like in high school, all I was ever told is you're going to go to college, professors aren't going to work with you at all, you're going to struggle, you have to do everything by yourself. Like that's not how it works here. Like the professors at the W are amazing. Like if you have a problem with something, just email them. Like personally, I was scared. So just to talk to my professors in general, one time, you know, I was running a fever, got sick, whatever, and I had to miss one of the midterms. So I was just like, what am I going to do? I was freaking out. I was like, what am I going to do? And I just emailed him and he was really, you know, relaxed and everything and cool about it. Like he didn't punish me really. And I got to take it when I could. And I just wish that I wouldn't have been scared to make that connection with my professors and, you know, be comfortable around them.
I think that I can agree with Kate on that. As far as like the professors and like when you need help, I can honestly say, and I didn't realize that she was going to be in this chat, but Miss McDeal helped me so much. I want to thank you so much, Ms. McDeal. She helped me. So like meeting people like that that actually care about your success, and everybody at the W cares about your success. It's just that you have to put yourself out there and make it known that you need help. And aside from that, I would have to say, you guys, please listen to what I'm telling you, because somebody is gonna mess this up. Your rap numbers change every semester, even in the summer. Meaning, if you do not have your rap number by the time that you are supposed to be making your classes, that's like a very small window for a lot of people. The class might be gone. So just take heed to that. Your rap number changes.
That is a very good piece of advice, Lexi. And that kind of feeds into my next question. What is one piece of advice you would give to these first year students coming to the W? You kind of touched on some things, but what's that one really important thing in your mind that they need to know for their first year?
Ask for help. I can't tell you how many people, guys, I don't like asking for help. I don't. But in that turn, it was hard to connect with people and make friends. But I think when my second semester, I had to get out of that, uncomfortability of like either asking my professors or asking my friends or like my advisor. It was just like, because that's what they're there for. Like, even now, I can't tell you how many times I've popped in on my professor's Zoom hours and I'm just like, look, I don't understand. I need help. And we'll be on Zoom for like an hour tops. And it's just asking for help. There's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in, not knowing the correct answer or needing guidance. Just if you need it, ask. That's what they're there for. You pay a lot of money in tuition. Please ask. A lot. So just ask. That's the thing.
And also just like make connections. Like you never know where the connections that you're going to make here at the W will take you in life. Coming to college, I was super shy. You guys probably could tell, like when I first got on here, I was like shaking, but just make connections. Like I wouldn't even be an orientation leader if I wouldn't have reached out and, just like ask people in my class that I had no idea who they were, like ask for their Snapchat, like, hey, like, are you struggling on this? Like, are you like, just make connections. Even if you're a shy person like me, it'll help you in the long run, honestly.
I would say, yeah, make connections, but when we say make connections, make good connections, because like your freshman year kind of sets the tone for you for 4 years. There's nothing wrong with being in college, getting your bachelor's degree longer than 4 years. It's just that be smart about what you're doing. Like Jasmine touched on it earlier, you're responsible for you. So if you want to go to this party after the game in Starkville, and you got a test on Monday and you know that you haven't studied like a leak and you probably are gonna fail it, that should be something that you should be like, no, I'm gonna study. So like make those smart decisions, because grades follow you, y'all. That transcript just gets longer and longer and longer. And then the worse you do, it just goes down and down. So like be responsible.
And also, like, I notice some people that kind of threaten about other people's progress, or they don't feel like theirs is good enough. Like, I mean, it's okay. We're all here for the same thing. Comparison is like really the thief of joy. So don't feel the need to compare yourself to one another, or because you see, oh, this person got an A and I didn't do too good on this. Well, that's okay. I mean, like, learn from that, get help, and do better. Like I've had a friend who used to like beat herself up about that. And because she transferred from another college and it was rough for her. And she was like, everyone's doing better than me. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I was like, you're putting so much energy into your insecurities, and that's not fair to yourself. I said, get help, learn from your failures, and do better. It's that simple. Like, so that's one thing I would tell a lot of freshmen, because there's a lot of pressure in doing it right. But it's okay to make mistakes. It is, because you learn from them.
That's right.
I have one more thing as well. I'm so sorry. So when like midterms and finals come up, you're going to be stressed, like honestly, but don't let that take a toll on you. Like if you start feeling stressed and you feel like the world's going to end. Like, take a break, go walk at the Riverwalk, go get you some ice cream, like, just relax, like, take a break. You're going to be okay. Like, you come back to studying in like 15-30 minutes, just, it's going to be okay. Just one step after another.
That's awesome. All right, so that's all the questions I've had prepared. So now comes the really fun part. This is y'all's chance to ask the OLs anything you want to know about this first year, anything at all. Obviously, keep it, don't be weird. But if you have had any questions that you just don't feel comfortable asking an instructor or anybody else that you just want to talk to an OL about, we're here for you now. So if you want to type your question in the chat, I'll be looking at that. Or if you want to kind of unmute yourself and talk, and you'll be recorded forever, that's fine too. So I'm going to turn it over to y'all now. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them.
Y'all really don't be scared to ask us stuff. I had a bunch of questions too.
You all have a job your freshman. Yeah. Oh, I'm lying. When I was in Alcorn, no. But when I moved back home, yes, I did. And I still do. Like, I have to go to work in like 2 hours. But yeah.
Yeah, I did. I did when I was at ICC. If y'all know where ICC is, that's in Fulton, Mississippi. I worked as a cashier at Kroger on West Main and Tupelo. When I transferred here, I have a on-campus job, telephone ambassador. You can apply for that. And I work at Columbus Nutrition right now.
I am a workaholic, currently have 2 jobs. It's just, you have to make sure that you can manage your work and school at the same time. It's not super difficult. You just really have to pay attention to where your day's going.
Yeah. So many of these names look familiar. Like, I went to school, like high school, with some of these people. I saw Reagan Cook. If that's the Reagan I'm thinking of, oh my God. Hey, Reagan.
So I know y'all just kind of touch on the jobs. Has it ever been hard kind of working and attending the W?
Yeah. It's like having 2 jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm also a RA and having an on-campus job sometimes. I was like super tired because I would get off the desk at like being an RA and then I like go to telephone. So, but it's all about balance. So.
For sure, balance. I deliver pizza at Papa John's, so usually I work nights, so it's not horrible. Managing my time really well. I just have to get up and get my schoolwork done before I go deliver pizza.
So another question is, how did y'all become an orientation leader? I'll answer that at the end of this Zoom chat, so we'll skip that one for now, but great question. How have y'all done internships, and how did you get into your internship program?
No. Honestly, I'll be able to answer that question for you the next 2 summers, because for me, the first 2 years of my college life, I didn't want to do internships. I kind of wanted to get like a personal feel of like, okay, and build up my transcripts. So where I didn't just want to like apply to all these like places and I don't have like this foundation of like, oh, I'm good and reliable and all that. No, like I have 2 years of things on me. So this is what they can look at and then they can make a really like solidified decision. So yeah, but I know we have an internship program, don't we? Yeah.
And I notice both Miss Amy and Miss Jessica are here. Do y'all want to touch on how to get internships real quick, or do you want me to move on and have fun? What do y'all want to do?
It really varies kind of based on your major, because some majors require you to have an internship, so they have ways to help you get that set up. Some majors don't. But Tawanda Williams is the career specialist for the W. She's the best contact point for finding an internship. And her office is in student life, I believe.
Awesome.
Pretty much all of my majors that include internships and so on and so forth will be handled within the department. If you're a nursing major, you do what they call externships, and you have different opportunities with working in hospitals and so on and so forth this summer in between both programs. And then or both years, I guess. And then if you're a PT, OT, it just kind of depends on what year you are and so on and so forth. But all the professors help you, or the departments, once you get up to a certain point, help you get set up with those internships.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Next question. When COVID is over, do we still have online classes as an option? So OLs, have you ever taken an online class in a non-COVID year? Oh, yes.
Yes.
Probably every semester that I have been in college, and I've been in college, taking college courses rather, since I was like 16. So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So this is going to be a fun question. What's the best thing to eat in the caf?
The salad bar. Yeah.
Wow. Same time.
I said it depends. Honestly, I don't know. That's a hard question. I don't know. I don't.
Well, from what I've experienced and what I've seen other students say, Tuesdays we have fried chicken. That is a very popular day. Like, you will see more people go to the caf on Tuesdays than any other day. Now, granted, COVID-19 year, it's a little different, but yeah, I remember even last year, last semester before spring break, Tuesdays were those chicken days, and I mean, you had to wait, and it was out the door. So definitely the fried chicken. A lot of people like the salad bar, especially. So there's a lot of good stuff out there. Feel free to give it a shot. Okay.
And fish fry.
Yes.
Friday.
Oh yeah.
Friday.
Basically anything that's battered and fried. Who would have thought? Okay. So I have a couple questions about the book vouchers. How do you go about doing that?
You call accounting. I'm gonna start this off, so Kate and Jasmine, help me out. You call accounting, and they're gonna tell you if you have enough money for a book voucher, like if you're gonna get like a refund or stuff like that, and then continue somebody because.
Well, personally, okay, this doesn't really answer the question, but what I do is like Lacey said. So basically, if you're going to get a refund check, that y'all be getting those soon, by the way. But find out if you're going to be getting a refund check. Personally, I just go ahead and rent my books and use my debit card, and then keep my whole refund check. But it's just I've never really done a book voucher, honestly.
No, I'm sorry. So recently, there's two ways. First way was Lexi. Second is you can go to the MUW bookstore online, and it gives you an option to search up all your required text, and then you put them in your cart, you check out, and it gives you the option to either use a gift card, a debit or credit card, or your financial aid. And then once you click financial aid, you put in your name, your student ID. That's it. So that's how I got one of my access codes this year. It's my first time trying it, and yeah, that was a good way. So you just use financial aid, and then once it processes, it'll send you a confirmation email. And if it's a digital code, they'll email it straight to you. If it's a book, they'll send you out either a shipment or let you know when you can pick it up from the bookstore. So just go online. It's muw.bncollege.com.
Also, to piggyback on that, this is Ms. Stockton again. If you're in my UN101, I sent out an attachment maybe 2 weeks ago that had directions on how to find out if you, and I believe Ms. McDill did too. Yes, Ms. McDill did too, to all of her freshmen. So you guys have an attachment somewhere in your email. What I'll do is I will post it as an announcement in my Canvas. Or post it. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll post it in that resource link. If you're in my UN, the directions on how to check on that book voucher, but you call financial aid. Financial aid can help you with all of that. But if you're in my UN, you should have step-by-step directions on how to find out if you have that book voucher or not.
There you go. All right. Next question. Kate, you get to have fun with this one. Are any of y'all athletes, and how do you stay organized and on top of assignments as an athlete?
Woo, child. Okay, so last year, I'm not playing any sports this year just because I have a lot of other responsibilities that I have to take care of. But last year I played 3 sports at the W, guys. It was crazy. So I played softball, ended up not playing because I got injured, but ran track and cross country. So like the coaches, they were, you know, really understanding, especially like during exam time and stuff, with giving us time that we needed to study. But really the main thing is like when you got to go out there and practice, you know, like make sure you have your schoolwork done before, or either if it's an early practice, you know, even though you may be tired afterwards, you have to get that stuff done, guys. Like that is a priority. But the coaches, my coaches at least, they really worked with the team as a whole, just, you know, individually, even when times were getting stressful. So
Awesome. Question was asked, can international students have jobs? And it was actually answered in the chat. International students can work on campus up to 20 hours, depending on the job. So if anybody else wants to kind of expand on that, feel free to before we move to the next one.
Are they talking about jobs on campus or jobs off campus?
So I'll take that one. Yeah, let me take that one because I've dealt with a lot of international students over the last 11 years. International students can only work on campus. And later on in the chat, I put a link to the People admin where you can find out, I think most, if not all, jobs on campus can be found there for students, faculty, whatever the position is. So the link is there. Basically, you know, international students can work on campus, but those jobs are also open to other students as well. It's not just for international students. But I believe there's a limit for everybody up to 20 hours, no more. I think that's not changed in the last few years. So just heads up on that. I'm not sure what jobs are available right now, probably not as many because of the COVID situation. But a lot of times just talking to people in the sciences, sometimes when you get to be, especially like sophomore and junior, you might be able to work in a lab with a professor, and you might want to talk to them first, and then after the fact, you know, you find the job and apply for it at that point. But there are other ones. I don't know, where's Rose? I don't see her, but sometimes she's talking about Jumpstart and things get sent out. She might want to talk about that.
I don't see her.
She was here a few minutes ago. I saw her. Check your emails. We'll put it that way. She sends out emails about stuff. And if you're not checking your email, shame on you, because lots of important information is being put out there, especially jobs, just all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
There we go.
You want to talk about Jumpstart?
Yes, Jumpstart is an organization that we work on campus and off campus with preschool age children, ages 3, 4, and 5 years old. If you qualify for federal work study, then you can get paid bi-weekly. The hours that you work within Jumpstart, it can range from 8 to 20 hours a week. But then in addition to the federal work study, once you complete your program year, the Jumpstart, we serve fall and spring. Once you complete the program, then you can receive an educational award that's approximately $1,200. And it's not restricted to just education majors. If you are in nursing and you have a passion in working with young children, or want to go within pediatrics, family studies, music therapy, anybody who enjoys working with young children and would love to earn community service hours, it's a great opportunity to give you that experience. So if you are interested, I will post my email address in the chat. Definitely shoot me an email, because we are still in the recruitment and application process right now that we still have available slots open.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rose.
You're welcome.
All right. So next question I saw was, how do you know if you'll be receiving a refund check, which has been answered in the chat. Refund check questions, direct those to financial aid. They're the ones who are going to be answering all those way better than any of us can. So if you remember on your orientation, you have a link to their phone number, to their email, all that good stuff. They're located in Welty Hall on the first floor. So very easy to find. And Rose has just posted her email in the chat as well. So if you're interested in Jumpstart, definitely check it out. And that's the end of the questions I have right now. So I'm gonna give you all a little bit more time. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask right now. Because we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. To answer the question about how you became an orientation leader, I'll get it started and then I'll have each of them kind of talk about their interview experience just because I'm interested to see as well. But basically, during the fall, I send out recruitment information. Typically in October is when I start posting stuff about that. You'll see different flyers I'll post on the Instagram. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, MEW Orientation, please do so. That is one of the best ways to figure out what we're doing. And you also get to see us dance on TikTok and stuff. So super fun. But yeah, recruitment will start in October. You will fill out an application online. And then you'll go through a formal interview process where you'll probably be interviewing with me, former OLs, other members of the Student Success Center, basically anybody who's involved with orientation, you will have that go. And, you know, if you do well on the interview, we may move to the next step, we may not, but that's kind of the basics of it. So OLs, if you want to kind of share your experience with that as well, go ahead.
I got mine from a flyer off from the campus. I think somebody handed it to me or something. They're like, "Oh, you want to be an orientation leader?" I was like, "Okay." Like I was like, "All right." And then I was talking to my friend. He was like, "I think you should do it," and because he was like an RA for the MS kids, and he was like, "Well, it'd be a great way to like expose yourself to new people, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh, why not? I don't do anything else besides go to class anyway, so why not?" And then I did it. I think, you interviewed us. We did some type of application, right? Yeah, and then you interviewed us, and then you called me, and you were like, "Congratulations, you're an OL leader." And I was like, "Shut up." I think I remember telling you to say, "Shut up." Yeah, that's how my process went. I don't know how everyone else's did though, but yeah.
So one of my really, really good friends that I made my first semester at college was actually an orientation leader. And so she basically was just telling me about it, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. Like, that sounds fun. So I was like, I'm going to apply. So I applied, got interviewed. I was a nervous wreck in my interview. But I guess I did pretty decent because, you know, here we are. But it's great, though.
I would say for me, probably, I knew I wanted to be one already because I was one at community college for ICC, like during the July part of the summer or whatever, and I liked it then. And then I came here and I went through the W orientation, and I loved, like, I know it was transfer orientation, but like I loved the way it was set up. You guys didn't get to see the Good Morning song, did they, Mr. Matthew? No. Okay, y'all didn't get to see the Good Morning song, but that like sold me on orientation and just like how everything was organized. So like I asked a girl that I knew was an orientation leader that I later like became friends with. I was like, "So when do y'all start?" And she gave me like the link one night when we were at Telephone working, and I applied and I came to my interview, and I think Mr. Matthew asked me a question about what's one thing I wish I would have known. And like I told all of y'all, take heed to the rap number. That's exactly what I told him about the rap numbers, because the rap numbers killed me.
Yep, she did say that. So again, listen to her advice. And I will say one thing we do ask of all interviewees is to bring an item to describe themselves, just because, you know, I want to get to know your personality. So do y'all remember what items you brought by chance? And if you want to tell them about it?
I bring a book. I think I brought a Did I bring a book, Matthew? I did. I brought a book. I don't know what book it was, but I brought a book.
Man, I brought a rainbow bracelet.
Okay, they brought that stuff. I brought a vial of glitter because my three favorite colors are pink, blue, and sparkles. And the vial of glitter was blue glitter. And I told him if I spill this, that's exactly how I am most of the time, all over the place. The glitter would get all over the place.
We should like ask when we get back together. We need to ask everyone what they brought. That would have been
Oh yeah. And so if you decide to apply to be an orientation leader, that's one of the things I'll ask you to do. So be thinking about that. So now we're just waiting on any other questions. If you have any, please feel free to ask. If not, we'll wait a couple more minutes before I decide to end all of this. So yeah, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. If you're not comfortable asking your question in chat, how we doing today, gamers? I'm great. If you don't feel comfortable asking a question in chat, you can always, send us a number through orientation Instagram, all that good stuff. What's your RAP number, or what's a RAP number? Anybody want to explain what a RAP number is?
Yes, I would love to. You guys, so you know how you take, some people to nod at me when I say this. You know how you like keep your social security number under lock and key? Yes? Okay, a RAP number is like your school social security number. It's given to you by your advisor. So if you do not know who your advisor is, I highly suggest that it's September and this semester is shorter, get on that. Your advisor is the only one that can give you the RAP number. That RAP number allows you to register for classes, meaning if you wait and you don't have it and you haven't met with your advisor, you see the window is going to be like super small. You might not get into the classes that you want next semester, or anything can happen, but that's basically what it is. And you should never give anybody your RAP number. Like I said, it's like your social security school number.
Thank you, Lexi. But yeah, let's see. When will they have more activities to meet people on campus? So this is a good question that I think a few of us are going to take a crack at. So I'll go first. As you know, right now, campus is a bit more shut down than normal, just due to the current circumstances. There are still opportunities to get involved and meet people on campus. I know during Blues Week, we had a couple things that could have happened. I know that the movie got rained out, so that was one thing. But there's still stuff that's going to be happening. I know CAF's still open, so you can always go to the CAF and try to say hi to people from a distance, obviously. But as things kind of start opening back up and, things are safer, things will eventually go back to normal, and there'll be more activities like that. I know, Kate, you had your hand up, so you want to take a shot at this?
Okay, this is just a crazy question. I have to ask your permission. I was going to see maybe if we could, like us three orientation leaders, drop our Snapchats in the comments. That way, if anybody has any questions or anything.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
I don't have Snapchat. I was going to tell Reagan that. I don't have Snapchat, but my Instagram is fine. Okay.
Yeah, just drop your socials in the chat, just in case you haven't followed them yet. But yeah, so activities on campus, they will go back to normal. It's just a matter of keeping everybody safe right now. Lexi's put her Snapchat in the chat, so go ahead, give her a follow. And any instructors that are in the chat, if you are in the call, if you want to touch on when you think activities may get back to normal, anything like that, just so that I'm not the only one talking.
I mean, I think really for the most part, it's all kind of dependent on, I think a lot of it kind of depends on how we act this semester, if we do our part and continue to, do what we can to keep ourselves healthy and so on and so forth with everything campus is asking us to do, then you know, hopefully soon. You know, I think it's important to note that, you know, us faculty and staff want it just as much as you guys do. And so we are hoping and praying it's back to normal in the spring semester. But we just kind of have to take it, you know, as of right now. I keep telling my coworkers we're taking it week by week. So, you know, we're doing what we can, but know that we want it just as badly as you guys want it. We want to see students on campus. We want to see our dorms full. We want to see the you know, the CAF full, and the hustle and bustle on campus. So, you know, we're hoping it's going to be next semester, and we are hoping for that. But we know right now just as much as you guys do. So we're just planning it kind of week by week.
Thank you, Amy.
Can I bring up a point real quick? Just so that we might possibly avoid the email incident that always ends up every semester of how do I get off of this announcement student list? Can we just talk about that so that we don't have to listen to that barrage of emails for weeks on end?
Sure. Does anybody know what he's talking about? The listserv, things like that you get every announcement is, I want to see heads. Yeah, kind of, maybe. Yeah. So inevitably near when would you say is the day you start seeing?
I would say probably middle of the semester, just right after midterm, probably people start getting fed up with them.
Yeah. So around midterm, students will, and some of you will probably have this issue, will get pretty frustrated getting those announcements because they come pretty regularly and they can kind of gunk up your email, I guess. And some folks just really don't like it. And so they reply all to those emails saying, how do I get off this? Stop emailing me, you know, all manner of fun chat. So how do you get off of that is the question. So if you want to answer that, how does one get off of that listserv?
Okay, you have to go to the MUW-ITS website, and they give instructions on how to do that. And if you have questions, you contact MUW-ITS. Don't reply all, because then you become the person that you don't want to hear from, where everybody sees what you've said. How do I do this? How do I do that? You don't want to be the person sending out emails like that. So I would suggest before you decide to just get off of those emails, that you pay attention to what they are, because they are full of information. You're asking how to get involved. Well, that's one way that information about how to get involved, even though online stuff can be found, is through that announcement students email list. So if you get yourself taken off of it, you might find yourself without knowing what's going on, unless you purposefully go to things like My Student Life to find out. So if you do take yourself off, you get less emails, but you have less idea of what's going on. If you stick with it, you may just have to clean your email faster. But if you really do want to get off, just go to the MUW-ITS website. There's instructions there. If you can't figure it out, just call, and they will guide you. It's going to go better than trying to reply all to everything.
All right. So I feel like that answered that. So yeah, if there are no further questions, it's 1:47, and I know UN101 ends at 1:50 typically. So just last second, is there anything else anybody wants to ask before I start letting people out, or are we feel good? Does everybody feel pretty good? OLs, you feel good? Want to see?
Oh yeah, and if I told you, I think this goes like directly to Jasmine Lampkin. Email me, please, so I can get that question like answered for you. And y'all, I will be following all of y'all back if y'all follow me on social media. So.
And if you can remind them, or I guess I can, don't forget to type your name and your instructor's name in the chat. I do see some more doing that, and some may have come late. So in order to get attendance, make sure you put that in the chat.
Very good point, Amy. Very good. All right. Well, doesn't look like there are any further questions. So if you've already put your name in the chat and you've put your instructor in there, you are now free. Thank you for coming. We hope you enjoyed this. On behalf of the OLs and myself, we want to thank you for coming by. And if you haven't already, follow us on all our socials. They posted theirs on the chat. MUW Orientation on Instagram. Please go ahead and follow. And yeah, we look forward to talking to y'all some more. Hopefully we can do this again another time. But yeah, thank you everybody. So if you've put your attendance in, make sure you go ahead and do that and head on out. OL, stay on the chat or on the Zoom so we can have a little wrap up after all this. But thank you everybody.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good year.
Adios,
Funny,
guys.
the number is like, it's honestly so interesting to watch that number go down.
Y'all, I
For
was
me,
stressed